One of the things you said earlier that I thought was really interesting is you said you're not going to spar hard again.
Yeah, no, not until it was time. I feel like I've been majorly preserving myself. So leading up to the Oven St. Preux fight, I took no concussions whatsoever, and then I've been suspended now for another year, and I've taken no concussions. So while I feel like a lot of these guys are in this race to get better, I'm getting a lot better. I'm getting a lot stronger. My wrestling and jiu-jitsu is getting a lot sharper. But I've completely, my brain is feeling great right now. I haven't been polluting it with shit, and I haven't damaged it. And so I just feel like you got the best fighter in light heavyweight history, who's still the youngest guy in the division, who hasn't taken any damage whatsoever and is completely regenerating himself. And I'm going to come back and have this explosive second half of a career.
Now, there's a lot of guys that are doing that now where they're not sparring hard. Cowboy barely spars at all. I don't think he even spars. He does like some technical sparring where, you know, it's just tap, touch, just move around, but he's mostly just doing drills.
And that's what I'm going to get into.
He said he changed that after the Dos Anjos fight. He said when he lost to Rafael Dos Anjos, he just felt like maybe he had diminished himself too much with hard sparring.
Dude, a lot of these guys, they leave their career in the gym. You know, like you get no points. There's a few guys that come to mind right now at Jackson's who get punched in the head. I'm sitting there watching them spar. I watch a lot of fighting, and I'm still a huge student of the game, but I'm not doing it myself. These guys laugh and like, you know, they get punched and they start giggling, or they just, and that's the dumbest shit to me ever. Like, you know, getting punched in the head pisses me off. If I leave practice with a headache, I'm pissed. You know, I feel like I just took away from myself, or just that was one more punch I could have saved for an actual event. So right now, you know, I have a great chin. I've never been rocked or wobbled, and I want to keep it that way. I'm going to preserve myself because the skills will come. But you know, that brain once it's jello is jello forever. You know,
it is jello forever, and that's a scary thing when you see guys go. When you see a guy like maybe Chuck Liddell's one of the best examples ever, because he had an iron jaw at one point in time. He was just indestructible. And then you saw him just get wobbled by shots that normally he would just eat like a Tic Tac.
Yeah, yeah.
And when it goes, it just goes, and it does not come back.
Yeah, I'm saving my shit, Joe.
I hear you.
I'm saving it.
I want you to.
Yeah.
Now, Jackson's is such a crazy place because it's a hotbed of MMA talent, and it's a magnet for talented people to come there to get better because they know they're going to be training with a bunch of animals there. But I'm hearing now with the opening of the new place that you guys just got so many tough dudes coming there trying to make a name.
Right.
Do you have an issue with that when it comes to sparring, where guys want to try to make a name sparring you?
I personally don't have an issue with it. So me, since we've had our new gym, it's this gigantic facility, and we need people to pay the bills. So we allow a lot of people to come into the gym who I don't think are always qualified to be in the gym. But we allow everybody to come. And
so anybody off the street, like any normal person?
No, you can't. No. So our gym manager, he does have an extensive like tryout thing that he does where he puts you through jiu-jitsu, wrestling, and kicking and striking, and make sure you're knowledgeable about the game. So you have to have experience.
Like how much experience do they have to have? Do they have to be like an amateur MMA fighter?
There's
like
a lot of
blue
amateur
belt
guys.
in jiu-jitsu? Like
you can't be a guy off the street who don't know shit.
Who doesn't know shit?
But
right.
but outside of that, you know, if you have a general idea of martial arts, and you know that we're opening the door to a lot of people right now.
So is it like a pro fight gym, or do they offer classes for beginners?
There's amateur classes. So if you know almost nothing, you're in the amateur classes, and then there's the pro practices where you literally get, you know, guys who aren't very knowledgeable training next to me and Holly Holm, Cowboy Cerrone, and you know all of us. So it's a fan experience for sure, and it's an experience of a lifetime for a lot of people. And I'm happy for a lot of these guys who come in here, aspiring martial arts, and gets to train with me and the rest of us, because I can only imagine wanting to, you know, you get to play ball with LeBron James and you just got out of college, or you never even went to college. Like I am happy for them, as long as they don't get in my way.
That is the big difference, though. As someone who wants to come and play with LeBron James, you know, you want to make a name for yourself.
So with me,
you could dunk on LeBron James and everybody like, oh, I can't believe you did that. But
so
big difference between that and fighting.
I have a way of not letting this affect my game personally. I'm a decent judge. Like I can read people's character a little bit, and if if I see you for the first time, you are obviously about 260, 205, whatever, 220, and it's all about the way you look at me. So if you come in the gym and you even look like you have an ounce of a chip on your shoulder, or like an ounce of, holy shit, that's John Jones, I'm getting ready to spar him today, or like anything weird that's going on with your eye contact with me, then I'm just not gonna mess with you. I'll say hi to you, and welcome to Jackson's. And
what if they say, hey man, do you want to spar?
I'm like, hey, no, you know. I don't have any room for people trying to prove anything with me.
But there's a lot of that there, isn't there?
It happens. So me, the best way you can work with me when you come to Jackson's is come up, introduce yourself, be kind, be polite, be respectful, and show me that you are here to get better, and that you're not here to, you know, even some guys, they come in and ask for a picture their first day here, and I'm just like, it's like, dude, how about you come here, work your ass off for a few days, few weeks or whatever, and then get to this place where you feel like you're comfortable to ask for a picture instead of just being here and being a fan.
People want those fucking pictures.
Yeah, it's like, dude,
instantaneously.
Yeah, it's like, bro, you're here, you're in the church right now, you're in the like, you don't take a picture here, like, if you don't. Yeah, I don't know. I know
what you mean. No, yeah, I know
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, you should. That's not where your mind should be at. Like,
yeah,
look at my
this.
Facebook page.
Right, yo, look what I trained with today. It's just like,
told you I was a bad motherfucker.
Yeah, yeah, you'll see that they'll tag you in a picture, and it's like, yeah, just train with the GOAT, and really, we didn't even train together. Like, you were just in the room with me, you know, little stuff like that. But I do see the benefits of having so many new people coming in. I mean, everyone has something to teach, and you know, you can learn from anybody from any country if you're willing, if you have an open mind enough. And a lot of the guys come in with a great attitude, and they're just really grateful to be there. And they go with a lot of the top dogs, and you know, we can kind of beat them up a little bit, you know, because they're the new guy or whatever. But every once in a while, you get that one guy with something to prove, and I've really came up with a great way to protect myself from those type of people.
But you've run into those.
Most people, like, I'm always very defensive when I'm going with a guy who I feel like he could be trying to prove something. Like, even when we're drilling, my defense is always on. I don't give someone the opportunity to take a swing or take a punch. I've had one guy hit me with a monstrous overhand right while we were drilling, and that was intentionally to knock me out. And instead of retaliating, I said, man, you okay? And he's like, yeah, I'm all right. I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. And I was just like, okay, well, that was fun, man. Nice working with you. Just would never, ever work with you again. I had one guy punch me in the balls intentionally, too, not too long ago. And that was his last time ever training with me as well. So it's
smart. That's a smart strategy.
Yeah,
that's a very smart way to handle it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you do find those disturbed people that get involved in fighting, and they do want to take a chance at a guy like John Jones. Just take a swing at you, man. What if I connect and knock him out? I knocked out John Jones.
Right. I go, like, the few times that it has happened too, I'll let my teammates know I'm going to match what you're trying to do to me. So, you know, don't be surprised if I fuck you up with something that's a little bit more than what you would do to a training partner. Right. If I realize you're trying to hurt me.
Do you meditate, John?
I used to meditate a lot. Now I'm more big into visualization.
When did you used to meditate?
Right around 2010, 2011. I went through this huge spiritual thing where I became obsessed with the power of the mind, and I got into it deep, like really deep, just meditation, visualization, and just realizing how powerful our minds actually are, like how we really do paint our world with our thoughts and our level of self-belief. And so right around 2010, I just took myself to this different mental level where I took myself from being an average Joe, kind of. You probably hate average Joe, huh?
Doesn't bother me.
I took myself. You're like, what's average about?
I'm so used to that name. Such a goofy name. It's good. It's like a blank. It's like cardboard. Yeah. It's like there's nothing to it.
Yeah. So I took myself from being very average-minded to actually believing that I was the shit, and believing that I could be the shit, and that I could be the GOAT and be the greatest and never lose. Into, like, I took myself to a different place mentally, and a lot of it came from mental practice and meditation and visualization and just seeking knowledge from people who are strong believers, guys like Les Brown and Tony Robbins and guys like that. I just became really obsessed with just learning about the power of the mind. So I used to meditate. Now I just kind of, I have a lot of things that stuck with me, a lot of ways of believing that stuck with me that just subconsciously I know who I am, what I'm capable of, and how I believe, and how powerful my mind actually is.
I'm a firm believer in meditation because I believe that human beings can get caught up, especially someone involved in a very difficult endeavor like you are. You can get caught up in the momentum of your life, and sometimes it's very hard to reset. It's very hard to separate yourself from it and get a balanced and, as much as you can, objective perspective. And I think one of the best ways to do that is to take time where you sit and you close your eyes and you do nothing and just concentrate on your breathing and just set it all aside and extract yourself, extract your consciousness from the momentum of your life. And I think a lot of people don't do that, and they get caught up in this hurricane of existence,
right,
where everything is just constantly going on. Your phone won't stop ringing. There's fucking people knocking at your door. You got this going on, that going on. You got to go catch this flight, and oh shit, you got a fight coming up, and oh shit, you got this and that, and sometimes you lose yourself.
Yeah,
you lose yourself in that wave of life.
I definitely lost myself at one point in my life, and I feel like right now I'm at this position where I am myself, and I can see John Bones Jones, and I'm like I can like look at my career from a fan perspective. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And actually make fun of myself. Like, damn, you a fucking idiot. like what have you done? Like, you know what I mean? Like, I have a good way of detaching something inside of me and seeing what's happening, and okay, oh no, it's not over. All you gotta do is just do this, do that, and you get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I'm not necessarily meditating these days, but I do have the capability of taking away who I actually am at this point and realizing that this is just a part of me, or this is just a situation in my life. This isn't my actual life. This isn't my final destination. This is just a small moment in time that I'm going through right now. You get what I'm saying? Right.
I get what you're saying.
So that's my form of meditation. I step away from terrible situations and look at myself as if it's the future, and I'm looking back on what's happened to me or what's happening, and I say, okay, how can I get myself out of this? How can I make this better? What do I need to do to turn this around? You get what I'm saying?
Right.
Instead
No, I do
of
get what you're
being
saying.
completely immersed in the moment and thinking that, oh, I can't get out of it, like, you know. So.